Oh, Kaboom Dragoon, why do we keep doing this?
Because we had a deep-seated hatred of ourselves, and we hate everybody else for that matter as well.
At least we're getting lots of guns. No, I'm not gonna keep doing the Let's Play commentary with the sing-song voice.
Well,
I'd have
it's a pity. You could have always like auto-tuned the LP. That would have been good. They invented it for the LP's art thread. No one would have expected that.
But I'm lazy.
Well, that's no excuse.
I are bad at Let's Plays.
I'm saying nothing.
And as we can see, we've got some. Actually, we got some decent assault rifles now. And our first double impact shotgun. I'm a fan of that.
Yes, I know.
Wow, if you're gonna go for shotgun, you go for the impact. And I fail at jumping down.
There we go.
The pillars will be covered with explosives.
Tell me something I did not know, Maida.
Really? So all the
Captain Obvious.
all the soldiers running around with heavy armaments, shooting things, didn't kind of clue you in before? No? Okay.
No. No. At least this is the good spot right here. This sniper here, I've never had him die on me before, but I guess if you let him get hit by the Snatcher's shots, he can die. But I'm also getting some sniper experience just for the heck of it. I mean, free sniper ammo anyway, so why not?
The fact that the guy can't hit you.
Exactly. The only thing that can hit me is Snatchers, but they're not that bad. I'll break out my own sniper. I actually hit it on the critical point.
That's impressive. Or really lucky.
I wasn't even aiming for it. And the trick here is you gotta basically push these buttons as fast as possible because each one of these three C4s is a enemy spawn.
Yeah.
And there's 3 enemies, 2 Snatchers and a Roller.
Why yes, this bit can get quite tedious. What makes you say that?
Oh, you just kill them, basically someone at the same time, and then you hurry up and push the buttons. But I didn't do it fast enough. Not that I'm complaining about the extra experience.
Just like I said before, this is the final few stages are where battles really become more tedious than anything. I mean,
If anything, just because of the worms.
yeah. I mean, admittedly, there are some really cool sections in this, like at the beginning where you get to dick about with the tanks, but
And later on in this video, where you get to dick around something else,
Yeah.
which you'll all see.
that bit's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's basically like a shmups in a sense.
Yeah, it's bits like that you kind of go, oh wait, this game's actually really good. Oh, right, another half-hour fight.
Oh right, no, it's like oh right, another cutscene.
Yeah, I suppose it's either or as to which you find more tedious.
Yeah.
6 of one, half dozen of the other, anyway.
And for people who probably heard me type in the background, it's because people are calling me up on Skype while I'm trying to do commentary. Wonderful.
Don't worry, I've been watching porn this entire time.
I don't want to know what the context between this game and just. Ugh. Run! Get out of here! Generic scream number 100. Not even number 100, but still.
Nah, I think suggesting that they put that much effort into their generic screams, come on.
Well, at least they're not using the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Actually, no,
It
I don't
really
think.
annoys me whenever I hear it too, because it's like, yeah, I get what they're doing. It's like pop culture thing, but couldn't they just have had a guy scream? It's really annoying listening to that scream everywhere.
It's one of those weird things. You know, you can either spend like an hour getting the right scream, which does happen, sadly enough, Or you can just go, right, I want that scream. Yay!
But the Wilhelm scream doesn't even... It just sounds so cheesy. It doesn't even sound like a real scream. It's...
Well, it's been in use since, what, the 1950s?
Yeah, black and white movies.
Yeah.
And this part here... Yeah, it can be a pain. 3 worms, and right now you just have to survive for long enough.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
But, you know, I remember to bring a sniper with me, so it's not all bad. Plus, this guy has a sniper to start with, so,
Bonus.
well, that just means I have 4 shots before I actually have to reload. But if you can just get this one guy to shed his armor, then you bought yourself some time if you can hide here. So be careful, those homing shots, they will still get you sometimes.
The burning Jaffa cake bits.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Just, I can't be the only one out there who looks at those things and thinks they're Jaffa cake bits.
I don't even know what they are.
And now we get to the fun part!
Cavalry, get it? Because he's the cavalry.
Ah, I love this bit so much.
Yeah, it's so satisfying to be able to two-shot these things. Obliterate them. And this is basically what you get for more or less a tutorial on how to use the helicopter. I decided to go take a look at the scenery while I can, because there's a nice view.
What's left of the view, at least.
And inky grayness down if you look that way.
Yeah, this place is a real fixer-upper.
You don't say.
I do say. So there.
I think it's either for the easy mode run or the insane run that I use a fitting costume for this area.
Please tell me it's not the bunny girl again.
No, the bunny girl is for bonus videos, you know that.
Unfortunately.
I was actually gonna originate a bit of background tidbit knowledge.
You're in pretty far.
I was actually gonna use that for the insane mode's final boss fight, but then I forgot.
No more.
And then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna use it for bonus videos. I didn't want to re-record. I got... Well, people will see the reason why I didn't want to re-record.
And again, Maeda spouting out the obvious.
Yeah.
He likes doing that quite a lot.
But at least here I get like the mounted machine gun on the APC.
Yeah. Nothing makes your day quite like blasting away at things with an assault cannon.
But I screw up. I'm supposed to ignore the, what's it called, beanbag, and as soon as possible try to kill all of the wads at the same time so I have more time to push buttons before respawns happen. As you see, something's already respawned.
Needs to say, this bit's pretty good for farming experience and battle points.
Well, the problem is once the APC is gone, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Well, if you...
So,
although...
if you want to farm experience points and battle points, just do the worm tank battle in the starting and then restart.
Yeah.
Better off doing that.
I don't know, I remember farming this bit for some time. Don't know why. Just thought, you know, oh hey, lots of infinitely respawning enemies and an APC. Yeah, this'll do. In fairness, I may have been suffering from sleep deprivation and or brain damage at times.
Oh, I believe brain damage. And maybe sleep deprivation because you're still you can't give a plot and you're so horrified about it you can't sleep. So, I can believe both of them.
Yeah, it's sad how many people can believe brain damage when it comes to me.
Well, don't worry, I am already brain damaged. That's why I make voices like Maeda do research. Oh, I love it when I haven't had enough sleep. Gentlemen, this is what happens when I do not have enough sleep. I make stupid voices and annoy people. Like earlier, he was on the phone while we were getting ready to start another recording, and I was I could hear him on the other side, and I was so tempted to record what he was saying while I was doing my commentary input, as in he would say one thing and then I would reply as if I was the person he was talking to over the phone, and it was basically Kaboom Dragoon was dealing with a drug lord.
Yeah, I'd say you had to be there, but no, I wasn't. It still wasn't that funny.
Yeah, he couldn't hear me. I'm kind of glad he didn't hear me, because he would rip my throat out. Oh,
I have a very low tolerance for phone call interruptions.
I was a jerk.
Headquarters, you copy? Please respond!
Oh, we're locked in. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna have to be blown up with the building.
My calculations were wrong.
On the plus side, at least the
beeping.
beeping's got a funky beat to it.
No escape.
I guess.
Cheer up. At least
Yay!
I just want to tell my
Was.
son that I
Oh,
love him.
how touching and cliche at the same time. Actually, this one room, of all the rooms, I think is pretty neat, because you can see there's cars stuck into the walls. The Babel has dragged in, and signs stuck.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive considering we're like a dozen floors up and there's still an APC there.
You know, that's probably how the APC got up, anyways. They got dragged up with the Babel,
Yeah.
You need to
and then they just
escape.
found it and say, "Hey, the turret still works.
Very brave
Let's
soul.
use that."
Saved you twice.
And I think there's even a couple phone booths and rubbish bins. You know, those rubbish container things.
Yeah.
I actually quite like this one little area here. And I kind of feel sorry for that guy. I liked him. He was just kind of badass. Oh well.
I know.
And now we get to probably the most fun part of the entire game.
Yeah, that was pretty. It looks pretty cool too. And welcome to our next, our last Final Fantasy reference.
Fly safely.
Look at the name, Bahamut. Yeah. So what was the first one?
Bismarck.
Yeah, Bismarck, and now we have Bahamut.
Yeah. Was there an Alexander one as well at some point, or am I imagining
I
things?
don't remember Alexander.
Must have been imagining it.
So if you nail this guy real quickly, yeah, then you get a beat. He's not hard to kill, it's just you gotta be ready for him, yes. Pro tip though, if you want to be as destructive as possible in this section, try to, don't hold the fire button down, just kind of tap the machine gun trigger so you can keep the things stunned while they're open. And with the missiles, you push the button once, wait 1 or 2 seconds, and then you push it again and then hold it down, so it'll have a constant stream of missiles instead of just 2 missiles instantly. So there's, besides, 1 missile is enough to take down one of those spitters anyways, as they're called. And we get a nice view of the city, and helicopters are falling down, things are blowing up. And we get a nice orchestral soundtrack.
To be honest, even the music makes me think, oh, this is, you know, they are going out of their way to try and make this feel like the classic shoot 'em up as they can. Because the soundtrack kind of reminds me vaguely of stuff like Ikaruga.
I don't believe I've played that before.
Very complex, but if you get the hang of it, then hell of a lot of fun.
But yeah, this section is pretty fun. It's only annoying when you're trying to speed run the game, because you're kind of set on rails here.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the game scrolling.
Exactly, and when you're just trying to like win it X amount of times to get X amount of unlocks, then you're like, come on, come on, come on, I want to get my unlocks. And see what I'm doing with the missiles, where it's like bam, bam, bam. You can time it even better, then you can get the fire perfect. So there's no downtime between fire, more or less.
First time you play this, though, do not try and take everything out, because you will wind up just frustrating yourself more than anything.
An hour to get just gotta know the trick to it, which is basically tap the machine gun trigger at one and then fire at a second with the missiles. Since you can change the targets with the missiles, but with the machine gun you have to be in front of it. So you basically take out technically 2 targets at once, and if the machine gun doesn't take out the second target, well, then the next missile will lock onto that target and take that out anyways.
I just remember getting really frustrated trying to kill everything before it scrolled off screen.
Well, it's not that bad. Even on Insane, I managed to get anything.
It's just really annoying the first couple of times you do it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last mid-level cutscene in the entire game!
Some brave troops are on the observation deck.
Makes me so sad to think about that.
To think we'd ever get nostalgic for something like that. Give it another chapter or so, trust me it'll happen.
Oh, yeah. And this is, in my opinion, the most annoying spot in this entire episode.
It's time. The explosion was a
Mostly
success.
because by now you don't have much ammo and you have to take out 2
Final phase is
worms.
going to commence.
Yeah.
And
so,
one worm will basically,
They're the only ones
once this
left in
one's
the tower.
badly hurt,
There's no more
then the second one will spawn and it'll gobble up 2
future
guys.
depends on all of you.
Unless you move them ahead of time, and then there's still a chance that people will die. To make it even worse, there's a feat where nobody in this room is allowed to die.
easier said than done. Oh boy, howdy!
Well, on easier difficulties, it's alright.
Hmm.
But that's just because you have overpowered weapons by them that can tear them apart.
Worms are still a tremendous pain though.
Oh, you should see them on Insane mode. Well, you probably have on the uploaded commentary episodes.
Mm.
I mean, in the regeneration right now, on hard mode, is nothing compared to what it is in Insane mode. I can barely keep it down with Liberation. And there comes the second worm.
The nuclear missiles have been armed.
Yeah, there's basically 1 ammo crate and 1 grenade crate up here. And at this point, the only thing to say is I hope you have plenty of ammo left, because you're gonna need... Oh, and by the way, I left this death in because it was just ridiculous.
What the hell happened there?
I dived into the guy who was being grappled by the worm and dragged underground.
Huh.
And I didn't get a chance to... I was like, oh, quick, shit, I died. I have to quickly switch over. And I proceed to accidentally jump over into the wrong guy.
That was clever.
Final phase is going
I
to
was considering cutting that out, but I was like, no, it's just 1
They're
death.
the only ones left in
And
the
I
tower.
promised some people to keep a few deaths in. Not people with threat,
Depends
though.
on all of you.
Not you. You don't care. You're not really people.
But, what's it called? No, well, I promised to keep the deaths in, and so I keep it. I mean, if it's like, again, like I said, if it's like a death reel, basically, or a complete train wreck of deaths, yeah, I'll just do a death reel or something, or speed it up, cut it out, say, I died so many times, and you can see that by the clear screen when I'm done with the level. But, 1 death, and plus that was kind of an amusing death because it was just like all of a sudden didn't really have any time to do anything. Just oh darn. But as we see, massive pain. This critical shot happens quite often when I'm using handguns.
This game just loves throwing endurance runs at you.
Yeah. Well, it's just because worms are horribly broken and Thank God they only show up in this episode. Now I just spam grenades. Screw it. Grenades. Finishing this guy off.
If worst comes to worst, use overdrive to escape.
Unfortunately, not anything interesting, viewers, is going to happen
Yeah.
right here. I'm
Pretty
basically
much at a
just,
loss for words here.
I'm basically just gonna be dicking around with the sniper for a while to get some experience, because I'm not sure I'm gonna use the sniper later on or not. At this point.
Yeah.
So,
as people have said in the thread, sections like this are a hell of a lot more fun to play than they are to sit and watch or, talk over.
So, if you're wondering about the clunking sounds in the background, the dogs have decided to visit with Bones.
And I'm busy flicking through comics at the moment as well. So.
You're
Well,
betraying
at
me.
least it's not porn.
That's what you just said a while ago.
Yeah, it's just when
I have it on the recording now.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I can easily edit that out because I'm awesome. No, I'm not.
Well, I'll know. You see, I'll know if you edit that. Oh, I really don't know why I just didn't try to finish this off as fast as possible, because I really hate this one section here.
Yeah, it really. Even if you're playing this on easier difficulty settings, it does get pretty tedious.
Yeah, and if you play it on Insane for the first time, be prepared to be stuck here for a couple hours. I was stuck here for 4. Or was it 3? I forget. Hard to tell. All
Too
I know
long.
was I was tired. I had been up for like 20 hours playing this game, and Insane mode. So, yeah, that's basically just how you deal with this, if there's only one of them. Jump from side to side. But hey, at least I got a sniper level. Like I said, for some reason it just gets kind of stuck in a loop right there. I decided to really take advantage of it.
Hey, don't question it, just blow the hell out of them.
Yeah, especially with that kind of regeneration. So I take a look around, it actually looks kind of nice. Well, in a broken sort of way.
I've always had a thing for post-apocalyptic scenarios.
I believe you have mentioned that before. Anyway, let's get to the checkpoint.
What's more intriguing to me than the Twisted?
Oh, thank God, I thought he was going to talk about Eve again.
The Twisted feed on time and space. I don't think they would create a Babel merely as a nest. I believe it to have a different use, unknown to all of us.
You're almost right there.
He's got more of a clue than pretty much everyone else in the thread.
Oh, he's talking about nukes. And how they're probably going to use a neutron bomb on New York. Well, Manhattan. Little scientific information for those that don't know what neutron bombs do. You get X-rayed to death.
It's fun.
Get X-rayed to death, and there's no lingering radiation. Pretty nasty stuff. And now they're talking about radioactivity, things dying. It's really grim, but then again, they have a nuke that's headed their way right now, I guess, so... there's not really much else to do than just wait for the inevitable. Got a few weapons. But as far as that goes, that is about as much of this video that there's left, so we shall see you at the boss fight.
That'll be fun, right?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty fun boss fight.